Hello, me back again, yet again for, I don't know, was my third, something like that, review this couple, last 7 days or so? Well done, me. Anyway, enough patting myself on the back. Before I get into the subject matter at hand, which being the next episode of UglyAnime, these guys are just here, again, for no plain background, I'd like to have a quick a quick return to my Evangelion review. Well, not review, the video, the first UglyAnime. I have since then watched Evangelion 2.0, You Cannot Redo, whatever. I hadn't watched the films because, as far as I'm aware, the first one is just the whole series just sort of like squished. So, apart from the animation being better, it's not going to be good. I've been streaming these and I couldn't get that one to work, so I went straight for 2.0. And 2.0, that started up, and oh man, I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed because I'd have to eat my own words because the animation was great, the action was quite good. I was interested in seeing what happened with the characters. I wanted to know what was going on. And I was sitting there kicking myself, thinking, "Oh man, I'm going to be so embarrassed. I'm not going to delete the other video because that's not how you go. You can't just take things back. But people are going to think I'm stupid. I'm going to get laughed at. I'm going to be so embarrassed." And while I was thinking this, I looked up and I was like, nothing's happened for the last 10 minutes. I've been watching, I've been keeping an eye on it while thinking how stupid I was, and nothing's happened. Why has nothing happened? Why are they just sitting around talking about their feelings? Why? Who's the guy with the piano? Yes! Yes! Just, yeah! They went straight back to form. True to form. I like I say, the action in Evangelion when it happens, and it's more than 10 seconds long, it is good. I can't argue that. It's really good. It's quite unique. But, yeah, just straight back to form. Straight back to, let's just sit around and, everyone's going to be miserable and sob and, oh gosh, isn't this all very sad? Yes! So, I might watch the 3.3 when it comes out, not when it comes out, when I can find it for free online, because I ain't giving these people money. When I can find it online, I might watch it for free, but it's still going to be terrible, and I just want to see that 5 minutes robot fight. I say robot. Giant people fighting. I just want to see those 5 minutes. The rest of the film, don't care about. I just want to see those couple of minutes. But yes, I stand by everything I said. They didn't disappoint. It's like, thank you so much. Anyway, back onto the subject at hand. I'm going to try and give you a hint because, you haven't, looked down, was it, there somewhere, and seen the title? Or are they up there now? Can't remember. But you haven't looked and seen the title. Honest. Which isn't why you clicked this. But, yeah, you totally have. Let me just give you a clue. If you've seen the series, you know what this is. And I'll just go, dun 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 dun. And I'll stop before the drums kick in. Oh yeah, it is. Let me reach for it. DaiGuard! Love DaiGuard. Everyone's got to love DaiGuard. DaiGuard is fantastic. I actually own DaiGuard because it is that good. DaiGuard. Just look at that. Look how cool that is. Look at that. What was it? We only thought we were prepared, blah blah blah. Right. Just this tagline. Can you read that? To defend mankind, Earth needed the ultimate weapon. Instead, we got DaiGuard. That sums it up. That kind of sums up the whole thing. Let's stick that at the back there. Hey, it stood up. Ah, man. DaiGuard is effectively, they call it a deconstruction of the robot genre, or the mecha genre. Right, okay, what they mean is, this is a more realistic outlook on the robot, yeah, and everything that goes with it. It's more like what would happen in a real world, rather than people just going, hey look, super robot, yeah, that's cool. This is more what would happen. Do you want the basic plot? I can tell you the basic plot, like how it all started. This could be spoilers, but this has got to be what, 12, 13 years old, something like that now, ish. Basic idea: a monster turned up, like this big caterpillar-looking thing. You know, like Caterpie from Pokemon. Big caterpillar thing turned up. It was massive. And the army attacked it, they shot it with everything they had, it didn't do anything. In the end, they had to kill it with an OE bomb, which I believe actually stands for over-explosion, or over-explosive. An OE bomb. That's not just throwing in your own, phrase. It's like, well, we can't use nukes, because, people will say nukes are bad. So, OE bomb. OE bombs are still bad because they are just massive explosions. They will kill the things eventually, or they did, but it's just the collateral damage is ridiculous. So yeah, OE bomb. So they killed it, and then they had the standard Japanese response to all monsters. We need a giant robot. And they built DaiGuard. But then the monsters didn't come back. They built him, however long that took, and then they didn't come back. So it was a big waste of time, big waste of money. So they ended up selling him off to a private security corporation, which is a 21st Century Defense Security, because I remember that, because it's awesome. So they basically sell it off as like a mascot kind of thing. Mascot. In Japan, they've got that giant RX-782 Gundam. They've got the giant statue of him. I think there's a Zaku S as well. But they've got, the giant Gundam, yeah? That's basically what they do with DaiGuard. They're taking around the expos while they're trying to sell, like, their anti-mugging devices, stupid stuff like that. And they just put DaiGuard up because, he's cool. And during one of these events, what do you know? A monster turns up. And the main guy in DaiGuard is just like, he's so cool. It's Akagi Shunsuke, 21st Century Defense Security. He's just a giant robot nut job. They actually say in the series that all he does is spend his wages on giant toy, like giant robot replica from the anime in his in his world. That's what he does. He is just a giant robot nut. And the only reason he's piloting this guy is because he loves giant robots. But because he's watched all these series, he knows how you're supposed to act. You've got to save the people. You can risk your life doing it. That's just how you've got to work. And he's awesome. He is, and everyone else is just kind of like, he's right. He's stupid, but he's right. So they all just go along with him. And oh god, it's mad. Well, because DaiGuard was, sold off cheap from the military to this defense security, he's made of really cheap materials now, like his outer armor and stuff like that. It's all really cheap because they've probably sold off the real stuff because it's worth some money. So in the first fight, he just gets ripped. He gets ripped to bits. He's smashed up. He's armor's shredded. One of his arms just collapses. I think collapses in on itself under strain. And then after that, the board in charge of DaiGuard, people sue them because shut up, dog. Because people DaiGuard accidentally crushes some of their cars, so people sue them for it. This is the kind of thing that happens in DaiGuard. All the stupid nitpicking stuff, like property damage. People have been sued, everything like that. They actually get all the trouble. They've got to fill out the paperwork. They've got to fill out like incident reports for the military. All this kind of stuff. Let's see, where are we going? Oh, there we go. Yeah, volume 2. Look at that. Should we go one further? Yeah, volume 3. Oh, the helicopter's right in the way. So the military's not very happy about all this, yeah? The military's not very happy. So they have to try and get... they try and, take DaiGuard back. It's like, well, he's military, we're going to have him back, time of war, effectively. And they're like, well, no, you sold him to us, and we've got all the paperwork signed and checked, so no, sorry, you're not having him. So, they go into their own little, warehouse, one of their old warehouses, and find an old DaiGuard prototype. And they fix that up. And they have, quite possibly, the greatest giant robot of all time name. This thing, the name of it is fantastic. When I first heard it, I was like, they've got to be kidding. But no, they really mean it. They named this robot Coca-Boga. And he is effectively DaiGuard, but with quite a plain face, with head Vulcans, because head Vulcans are always cool, in really olive drab military colours. And I didn't talk about the scientist woman, did I? I didn't talk about her. I can't remember what her name is off the top of my head. DaiGuard, in their research and development part, they've got this one complete nut job woman. She is insane, she is brilliant, and we love her. We love her so much. And she actually designs all the weapons. So DaiGuard gets a giant drill arm. Because why not? They have this whole thing where basically you just pop the arms off like they're on ball joints and just stick another arm on. Kind of how DaiGuard rolls. So they get a giant drill arm, they get a net launching arm, and they work out that the best way to kill these monsters is they've got one little piece called, I believe it's the fractal knot, and you've got to pierce that. That's the best way of doing it. Now, they can usually be buried in them and all these kind of things, but the best way is to pierce that. So this woman develops a weapon called the Knot Buster, I think, which is basically a pneumatic ram. It's a giant arm with a claw on it, and in the middle of the arm is a pneumatic ram. So it can just walk up, grab hold of what it is, and then bam, pneumatic ram through the middle to pierce the fractal knot. That's cool. As soon as they use it, the army steals it. Because she hadn't patented it or something, I can't remember. So the army steals it. But they make a better one for DaiGuard later on, much better. Where are we? That's the crew they get to replace DaiGuard, right? There's 3 people controlling it, one's engine, one's system, one's actual pilot, okay? That's how DaiGuard runs, that's how these go. And these guys are some of the biggest sissies I've ever known. They're just... they are so weak and lame and... it's funny, Put that over there. What else have we got? Oh, that's when things start getting a little bit scary, a little bit dark. Oh, no, it's not good. Oh, dear me. And what's that? This is every character from the DaiGuard series, right? Every character is on there. And do you know what? They all matter. They all matter. Alright? These people are the heroes of the show. That's the thing about DaiGuard, right? Apart from the fact there's a big robot going around fighting monsters, it's about appreciating the people behind the scenes. Oh, there she is. Hang on. Cut across myself. See this little nut job in the glasses falling there? You probably can't see it very well. See that? That's the mad scientisty woman. She's like 16, 17, something like that. She's insane. But yeah, all these people, in the office, because they work in an office. This is what they do. They work in public relations. That's why they get the robot. It's like, advertising. So they work as public relations, and they fight monsters. Some guy working in an office has come up with this series, clearly. And yeah, but all these people matter. They all count. They are all good characters. You don't like some of them, but you're not supposed to like them. You can't like everyone. They think they're doing things for their own reasons. But yeah, it's a great series. It is a really, really, really great series. If you haven't seen it, I fully suggest it to you, because it is in English. This is English. You can have the Japanese as well. I bought these as they came out from a shop that isn't open anymore in the UK called MVC. And I went in like every month or so, and I bought these individually. I bought the first one just like, it's a robot thing, I've got some money, let's give it a shot. But no, I went and I tracked each and every one of these down. And I think I showed one to my brother, like the first couple of episodes to my brother. And then he went out and bought them. At one point my brother lived with me for a brief period, and so we had 2 copies of the entire series in my house. But yeah, DaiGuard, just love DaiGuard, love it so much. It is a fantastic series, and apart from anything, the theme song is one of the most annoyingly catchy songs you will ever hear. Okay, I believe it's by a band. I think I had it translated to the Cobra Twisters. But find that song. One thing I will say, do not fall asleep watching this, because you'll wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, or 4 o'clock in the morning, and it will drive the theme tune on the main menu will drive you insane. Don't fall asleep watching these DVDs, or is it on Blu-ray? I haven't got a clue, but whatever. Fantastic series, just watch it. It's superb. It's a great series. Great series. Now, from the next video I've picked something up, and I'm not sure if this is a knockoff. Because if it's not a knockoff, I got it for an incredibly good price. So, you guys will have to tell me. And it's this. Oh yeah, look at that. What's that? Victory Leo? Or is it Leo's Victory Saber? I can't remember which way around it is now, off the top of my head. I'm an idiot. No, it's Victory Saber, it says on the box. That's right. I got this in a box. It wasn't sealed, don't get me wrong, but I got this with box. Give me a second. Yeah. Robot Masters Victory Saber. Yeah. As it says right there, because I was being stupid. Pretty sure that's like a collector's card thing in the back. I never took it out because I didn't want to damage the packaging just in case. But yeah. Is that legit? I don't know. I don't know if that's legit. Is it? I don't know. So yeah, there you go, boys and girls. I'll leave you thinking about that one, because I don't know. Anyway, I shall stop this now because it's somewhat long. Alright, I shall be ugly, I shall be wretched, and I shall see you guys next time.